In Delta, the state government has waded into the controversy over the new dress code for civil servants. At a press briefing in Asaba, Commissioner for Works, Rural Roads and Public Information Charles Aniagwu said the dress code is aimed at promoting discipline, decency and professionalism within the civil service. He stressed that senior officers must lead by example by modeling appropriate attire, setting the tone for the rest of the workforce. Let's cross over now to News Central's Austin Azu to give us an update on that development. Austin, it's quite a development. How are the people reacting to the new dress code for civil servants?
Yes, good afternoon, Blessing. We are currently at the State Secretariat complex, and just about a few minutes ago, the State Commissioner for Public Enlightenment and Works Rural actually, had a press briefing where he talked about the controversy surrounding the dress code. And civil servants in the state here have been expressing diverse opinions about this development. However, because of want of time, we have one of the civil servants here, Enite Igere. Please come forward. He's a civil servant. He works here in the secretariat here. Okay, bring us to speed. How did you see this policy by the state government?
It was last week we received the circular where the head of service directed that civil servants should comply with the rules on dressing. And like I always would tell people, like, these are not new rules. They are rules that have been there because the service has its own rules for civil servants. But however, the issues now has to do with the economy. People are looking at the fact that, okay, for those who have not been abiding by the rules, how do they go about changing, their dresses or clothes that they have? So that's the issue now. If not, it's not a new rule.
Okay, you talked about the economy. However, look at other issues again confronting civil servants. Most of them talked about their wardrobe allowances, and you are a civil servant. In what area do you think that most of your colleagues can actually afford this dress code being proposed or being talked about by the state government?
I think you're concentrating too much on dress codes, because what the circular says is not only about how people dress, it's about something about decency, in the sense that it's expected that civil servants will have a way they look, so that to show that really they are public servants. Then also for when you're talking about civil servants, those of us who are in the service, I talked about the economy, that really it is difficult for a lot of persons. But as it is now, people have to look at ways to, look at how we can buy maybe cheaper things while trying to look decent. You don't have to go for the expensive suits or the expensive gowns or skirts or whatever. I think civil servants must begin to now look at how we can manage our meager resources.
All right. Thank you very much. Actually, the state commissioner actually talked about that civil servants should champion their opinion about what they thought about this issue of dress code. We have Monday Whisker. Monday Whisker is, please come this way. Monday Whisker is one of the voices in the youth organization here in Delta. Okay, Monday Whisker, tell me, how do you think about this dress code for civil servants?
Okay, my name is Comrade Whisker Monday, and I'm the state chairman, Southern Nigeria Youth Congress, Delta State. Well, I think it's in the right step. It's the right step in the right direction, because I feel as a civil servant, there must be a way you should dress. Bankers have their own way of dressing. People in the medical field, they have their own way of dressing. So I also feel that as the Civil Service Commission, also the civil servant, there must be a standard of which they dress. Because sometimes I do come to the secretariat and I see some of the civil servants on just those palm slippers. It's not supposed to be like that. So I feel it is the right thing for them to do, for them to dress corporate and dress decent at all times. Because, the Civil Service Commission is like the corporate image of the state workforce. So they must dress decently at all times.
Okay, Monday, I quite agree with you, but the civil servants are quite happy that, yes, they ought to dress neatly. But however, the cost of affording a suit right now, one of them told us that to get a suit for himself would cost him about 100,000 naira, and the minimum wage is just benched at 70,000 naira. Don't you think this would be a burden on them?
Well, the truth is that it will be a burden, but you can get a suit of 50,000, 70,000 around in Asaba here. If you're looking for a suit of 150,000, that's for a very high quality suit. But with 50,000, 70,000, you can get a good looking suit. Yeah.
Okay.
And also, I feel you can also plan towards it. When you have and something to achieve, you must budget yourself, make plans for it.
All right, because of want of time, let me ask you this question. In what area do you think this will improve the workforce in terms of motivation?
Okay, I think when the public or the citizens come into any of their office and see the way they address, it will boost the way they see the civil servant, the respect. You know, it's be dressed the way you want to be addressed. So when they see you dressed where they address you very well and they give you the maximum respect you deserve.
All right, thank you very much. However, the state chairman of Labour is still speaking on this issue, and we tend to get to him to get his own side of the story. By and large, every civil servant wants to look good, but the financial implication is what most of them are still reacting to. Hopefully that they will be able to come up with their demands regarding the dress code and the befitting aspects they want to see among themselves. That's the wardrobe allowance. So back to you in the studio, Blessing.
Austin Azu, thank you for the update. I mean, I'm glad that it was a balanced point of view from both people you spoke about. We cannot completely take away the need for a reassessment of their monthly take-home if we're talking about dressing corporately. But then again, there is the need to always look good and be presentable regardless of what your take-home is. Thank you once again, Austin, for the update.